Parker Schnabel has faced an uphill battle this season on Gold Rush. The miner needs some big weeks to get anywhere close to his 10,000-ounce goal. This motivated him to make a massive move to hedge his bets during the episode 14 Parker's Bombshell. Meanwhile, Tony Beats put pressure on Sunik to deliver at Paradise Hill. With the only wash plant going at the moment, the two had a difference of opinion that caused some frustration, especially on one side. There looked to be a light at the end of the tunnel for Tony's eldest son Kevin, who was on the verge of getting his first gold as a first mine boss. Watch on to see how things unfolded. Parker Schnabel's bold investment. Over halfway through the season, Parker Schnabel has still been trying to get out of his money pit at Dominion Creek. Indian River has thankfully been paying out, bringing in $650,000 last week. Despite turning a corner, he GED only a fifth of the way to his 10,000-ounce goal. Looking for a game-changing move, he rounded up his inner circle Chris Doett, Mitch Blash, and Tyson Lee to break some big news. Parker Schnabel shocked his crew by announcing that he had purchased neighboring Gold Run in Sulphur Creek for $2.5 million. We'll see if it's congratulations or condolences, he said about his high-stakes Klondike monopoly move. These grounds have produced some of the richest gold finds in history, dating back to the 1800s gold rush, with an estimated $1.5 billion in gold extracted over time. With an already stripped spot at Sulphur, Parker planned to move wash plant Bob over there since work at Ken and Stewart's was completed. This marked the longest move ever for one of Parker's plants, 25 miles. The transition wasn't without its challenges. Tyson Lee noticed that the feed lip bar on the plant was broken. Mechanics worked quickly to repair it so the crew could meet Schnabel's 10-hour deadline. In the meantime, they focused on stockpiling paid dirt at the weekly Wayne. The results came in long. Cute Dominion 21,770 ounces, Big Red from Bridge Cut 7,710 ounce Bob at Keenan Stewart's 98.8 ounces. Bob's first 2 days at Sulphur Creek 141.5. The total haul for the week added up to 535.1 for 8 boost. This brought Parker's season total to 288.50, a positive sign, but still far from his ambitious goal. Tony Beats versus Mike Beats at Paradise Hill. The king of the Klondike started the season strong with 3 wash plants running. However, Tony Beats has since taken a big loss on his Indian River claim while waiting for the ground to thaw. With Paradise Hill and the TRL being his only operational site, he depended on his son Mike to deliver results. Trouble struck when water started leaking out of the trammel, disrupting the SLES box 3 weeks ago. Mike had installed a rubber mat to stop a similar issue. However, Tony was skeptical of his son's solution. The baffles angled to pick up pay dirt were misaligned, sending pay and water the wrong way. Tony blamed Mike for not removing the baffles earlier, but when he took matters into his own hands, his fix made the problem worse. Mike then devised a new plan, placing 2 sheets of steel at the entrance of the TRL to redirect the splashing water. Though Tony was not on board at first, the plan ultimately worked despite the tension. The weigh-in at Paradise yielded $12,770, worth approximately $320,000. Kevin Beats' first gold as a mined boss. For Kevin Beats, this episode was all about finally sourcing at Scribner Creek, a claim leased from his parents. He set an initial target of $100,000 to get started toward his 1,000-ounce goal. He and partner Faith Tang had already invested $2 million into the operation, but had yet to pay Tony any royalties. The crew, now with new recruits John Bell and Caden Foote, ran into early setbacks. A giant rock got lodged in the wash plant, blocking the pre-wash and shutting down operations. The team managed to dislodge it, but more issues arose when broken spray bars caused water to spray everywhere, preventing efficient gold washing. They quickly repaired the problem and got back to work. Amidst the challenges, operator Hunter Canning opened up about the sacrifices she has made, including being away from her 10-year-old daughter to secure a better future. Tony and Minnie Beats arrived at Kevin's site for the first gold Wayne of the season. After 3.5 months of work, Kevin's haul totaled $33,000, worth $882,500. While it was a start, Kevin knew he would need to significantly ramp up production to reach his goal. As the season progresses, the pressure continues to mount. Parker's massive land purchase could either be a game changer or a financial disaster. Tony's ongoing struggles with equipment and crew management highlight the difficulties of mining. Meanwhile, Kevin is finally making progress, but his success remains uncertain. With just weeks left in the season, the race to hit their goals is on. Will Parker's gamble pay off? Will Kevin find his stride? And can Tony keep his operation running smoothly? The challenges are far from over, and only time will tell who will strike it rich and who will come up short. Gold Rush fans can expect more high-stakes drama, mechanical breakdowns, and leadership struggles in the coming episode. Stay tuned for more Gold Rush drama where every decision could make or break the season. As Gold Rush Season 15 progresses past Episode 14, each mining crew finds themselves at a critical juncture, with the end of the season drawing near. Every decision carries Wait, and the choices made now will determine success or failure. Let's take a deeper dive into the state of Parker Schnabel. Tony beats and Kevin beats after this latest episode. Parker Schnabel, a risk taker in trouble. Parker Schnabel has never been one to back down from a challenge. His relentless drive for gold has propelled him to the top of the mining game, but this season his aggressive investment strategy has raised serious questions. Despite struggling to reach his ambitious 10,000-ounce goal, he made a high-stakes move in episode 14, spending $2.5 million to purchase the gold run in Sulphur Creek claims. While Parker's decision to expand his operation is bold, it also highlights the precarious position he finds himself in. His flagship Dominion Creek claim has underperformed, and even with Indian River producing gold, he remains far behind his target. The purchase of new land represents both a calculated hedge and a desperate attempt to find richer ground before the season ends. The question is whether this investment will pay off in time. Moving wash plant Bob to Sulphur Creek, a grueling 25 trek, was a massive logistical challenge, but the initial results were promising, with 141.50 recovered in just 2 days. If Sulphur Creek produces at a steady rate, Parker could sell his season, however, with only 288.50 recovered so far. The math doesn't look favorable. Parker needs several massive gold hauls in the coming weeks, and if Sulphur Creek doesn't deliver quickly, his decision to invest rather than consolidate his existing resources may backfire. Tony beats, the self-proclaimed king of the Klondike, started the season strong with 3 wash plants running. However, his season has since taken a downturn due to delays at Indian River, where the ground remains frozen. This left him heavily reliant on Paradise Hill. The conflict between Tony and his son Mike Beats came to a head this week for Kevin Beats. Episode 14 marked a significant milestone, his first gold recovery as a mine boss. After struggling to get operations at Scryer Creek up and running, he finally had his first weigh-in, totaling 33.0, worth $882,500. While this is a major psychological boost, the reality is that Kevin remains well behind schedule. Kevin and his partner Faith Tang have already invested $2 million into their operation without paying Tony any royalties yet. This means they are operating under immense financial pressure. Additionally, their team faced multiple mechanical failures, including a lodged rock shutting down the wash plant and broken spray bars disrupting production. While they managed to fix these issues, the setbacks highlight the steep learning curve Kevin is facing in his first year in charge. Kevin's long-term viability as a mine boss is still in question. While he has the drive and support of his crew, he needs to significantly ramp up production if he hopes to meet his 1,000-ounce goal. If things don't improve rapidly, he may end the season with a financial loss, which could put future operations in jeopardy.